Thank you, David, and thank you, Monique, for inviting me here. And very interesting title, and I can say I'm still struggling with that. It's a long way to freedom, and it's still a long way to freedom. I'm not really free. So I usually just state that, you grow older and you learn a lot of things. Again, like David mentioned, my name is Evelyn Chumbow. I am a survivor advocate for child labor trafficking. I was originally trafficked from Cameroon to the U.S. When I first came, I arrived in London, which I thought was the U.S. I didn't know any better. Now I know. The accent different. And I mean, there's so many stories. In my story, I was 9 years old. All I knew was I'm coming to America, and I was excited about that because I wanted to get married to Will Smith, and prayed that Bill Cosby would be my daddy, and be best friends with Kelly from 90210 Beverly Hills. But that did not happen. As soon as I landed in, London to the U.S., my life became completely different from what I was used to in Cameroon. Getting up, going to school like a normal 9-year-old is supposed to. But I became a slave in America. Who would have ever thought that? I was trafficked from the age of 9 until 17. I didn't go to school from the age of 9. I used to say 17, but now I say 21 because I feel like the government had a lot to do with everything else, the prosecution, going to trial, papers. I think I heard a lot of survivors saying how we be interrogated by law enforcement. Believe me, I went through that. Imagine a 9-year-old that was locked in the house her whole life. All she knew how to do was take care of kids, clean and cook, and every day. But then she got out of that situation. Instead of how probably should be reunited with her family, she didn't get that opportunity. And we talk about this immigration issue or papers or green card. Like, when I was interrogated, I was like, what the heck is a green card? I don't know what that is. I didn't even know you need papers to work in any other country. But that was the focus. Oh, she's lying. She only wants green card. She wants to stay in the U.S. I didn't even know what that was. And, through that process, it was great. I met people that rescued me and NGOs, which I want to say like a big thanks to a lot of NGOs because they never get that thank you enough. And then from that, I met a wonderful woman that I will never forget. She was actually my immigration lawyer. I miss her so much. But when we talk about trauma, it's really hard because imagine a girl has been trafficked at the age of 9 to 17. And there's always this stigma, I'm sorry to say, that blacks or Africans don't suffer through mental issues. We do. And I wish they can take away that stigma. We suffer from trauma. And that was not something that when I was rescued they were talking about or trying to figure out, maybe she needs help, maybe she needs counseling, she needs this. No, all they were focused to getting the prosecutor, getting her locked up. Okay, fine, she's locked up. After that, what will happen to me? Because I still have the trauma of the fact that my trafficker kids will probably find me. I have a 22-year-old month now, and I dream every night that maybe my trafficker kids will come and kill my son. I think about that day and night. And my trafficker come from a big family that I know worldwide. Like in Cameroon, my region was Bamenda. I'm from the north side. So I think about all of that. And, so when we talk about, oh, fine, now they're rescued, now they got their papers, now, okay, Evelyn is in school, Evelyn is this, but there's so much behind that. It's hard to even focus in school. I could have been graduated probably in 2010, but I did, I got my associate. I didn't get my bachelor because the trauma, everything else, I couldn't even focus in school. Just imagine that you found out that you were sold by your uncle for 2,000. Your uncle that you knew as a father. But, this is someone you call father but sold you. How will you feel? How can you focus in school? How can you, it's like, okay, let me try to get a job or things like that. You can't. So it was my mission that I can't live like this. I had to go to Cameroon because even the people that rescued me did not even worry about, okay, maybe we should send her to go see her family. Come on, she was taken at the age of 9. Nobody thought about that. So I quit school, worked 2 jobs, because, oh my God, ticket to Africa is not cheap. It's $2,000. So I had to quit my job, work as a security guard, work hard. And even doing that, I was always an advocate because I just wanted people to know that this is a horrible crime and it should be known and need help. And we talk, there's so much things that need to be done. I got, finally got my ticket to go to Cameroon in 2012, reconnected with my family that I've not seen for 18 years. So I wanted to find out from my mother, why would you send a 9-year-old to a stranger so young, a stranger? Like, I never met my trafficker until I arrived in London. And she was pregnant with her second child. And then why would my uncle just take money given by a stranger just because you think you were doing me a favor? You ain't should damage my life because I'm still struggling psychologically, mentally. My birthday was yesterday. I turned 29, but I'm still dealing with that trauma and everything. So we have to talk long-term trauma and care when we're talking about, survivors of human trafficking. Thank you.